See, so this was the form, this was the syntax of a if statement, simple if statement. Okay, given a condition, if the condition is satisfied, you execute the block of the statement, okay, of the if statement. Else, if the condition is not satisfied, you don't have the optional part here. Okay, so we have only the truth body. Okay, only if the condition is true, whatever is there inside that body will be displayed. Okay, we don't have any body for the false part here. Okay, so here we don't have any else part, we have only if part. Okay, so that was how it was. I have also given you an assignment for this. Anyways, I haven't checked the assignments. Once I go through it, we will discuss the programs. Okay, next, you see, this is one example. Okay, this is one example of a simple if statement. Here we have two variables x and y, where value of x is 15 and value of y is 13. Okay, x is 15, y is 13. So if x greater than y, so whether 15 is greater than 13. Okay, so if this condition is true, then the block will be executed. Else, you will not get inside the block, and after the block, if there are any remaining statements, those will be executed. Else, you will terminate the program execution. Okay, so here 15 is greater than 13, so this condition is true. Therefore, we get inside the block and we have a statement to display x is greater than y. Likewise, it will get displayed and the program will terminate. So this was one example of simple if statement. Then we have also gone through if else, means along with if there is an else part also for the false condition. If what if the condition comes out to be false, for that also we have another block of statements. Okay, so the if else syntax looks somewhat like this. Here also we have the same thing. The beginning is the same. We have a condition here. Okay. We check the condition, and always remember conditions are what? Relational expressions. Here expression means you will have relational expressions. Okay. Relational expressions means what? Greater than, less than. You will have comparisons like in here. This is a relational expression. And if you have more than one relational expression, how do we join that? Using logical expressions, logical operators, logical and, logical or, and logical not. If you all remember, please go through the topics that I have covered already. Okay, keep yourself updated. Once done in the class, it is your responsibility now. Don't come crying to me that, ma'am, I did not understand anything. Ma'am, I forgot whatever you taught us last month. No, I'm not here to do listen all that. I will be going through, every topic. It is your responsibility to go through it after the class is over. In whichever time you are free, at least give 1 hour time to see programming. I'm telling you, it will be very difficult for you to cope up otherwise, because we are not even having offline classes. I don't know if you will be having offline practical classes also. So you have to carry, you have to, you have to attend online classes like this. So I'm telling you, please be regular with your studies, at least for this paper, because it's a programming paper, and for the first time, 50%, at least 50% of the students are getting programming for the first time. So I want all of you to go through the topics from the very beginning, go through them one by one, take time, you have enough time. Okay, so
Okay, ma'am.
yeah, this is how the if else looks like. Here you have a condition. Okay, so based on that condition, if the condition is true, then the first block of statements will be executed. If this condition is false, then you will not get inside this block. You will come to the else part. Okay, so the else part is meant for the false condition, if the condition is found to be false. So then the else part will be executed. So here we have one example again. Say in the previous example, we just displayed x is greater than y. Yes or no? So if x is found to be greater than y, so luckily, yes, we found x to be greater than y because x was 15 and y was 13. Luckily, we found x to be greater than y. But what if we don't find x to be greater than y? What if x is less than y? For that, we don't have anything to display. So that has been made possible using the else part here. Okay. So here x is 15 and y is 18. Again, we do the same thing. We compare, is x greater than y? Since this condition is not true, you will not get inside. So we will get inside the else part. What do we have in the else part? Y is greater than x, because y is 18 and x is 15. Okay, so y is greater than x, not x is greater than y. So for that, for the false condition, okay, if the condition is found to be false, we have another additional part here with the if statement. So we have covered all this in the previous class. Today we will start with nested if else. I told you nested if else is when you have an if else statement inside the if statement or the else part. Okay, when you have, so the syntax looks somewhat like this. Okay, so you have a if condition here, so you will have outer if condition. So this is the outer if else. Okay, the first if else. So this is the first if else statement. If condition is true, okay, this body will get executed whatever is inside. If the condition is found to be false, you don't have to worry about this. If the condition is false at the very beginning, then you come to the else part. Okay, so just ignore this portion, ignore this portion, whatever is there inside this block. It is a simple if else statement. So if the condition is found to be true, you get inside the block. If the condition is found to be false, you execute the else part. Okay, now talking about the inner if else statements, you see inside this if part you can have another if else statement, and inside the else part also you can have another if else statement. Okay, so here inside this if else, if the condition satisfied, you get inside here. If you get, once you get inside, what do you encounter? You encounter another if else statement. So here there will be another condition. If this is condition 1, this is condition 2. Okay, so now you have to again check for the condition. Now if this condition is true, then you will get inside the second block, else you will get inside the else block. Okay, similarly, even in this case, here we have only one statement block for the else. If you have if else statement here also, it is possible to have if else statement even in the else part. Okay, like this. Even you can have it in here. It depends on the program's demand. Okay, how you are designing a program, how what logic you are applying for it. So it depends on that. Okay, there's no hard and fast rule that it must have a nested if else or so. Okay, but however, the basic syntax of if else, nested if else, looks somewhat like this. See here, we have a program. It's a very common program that you will get to see for nested if else. It is comparing between three values. Okay, we will find the bigger of three values. The same can be also used to find the smaller of three values. Okay, the same logic can also be found used to find the smaller of three values. Let me just do one thing. Wait, huh? Okay, I'll show you the. Okay, okay, I'll show you the working here. Okay, this is the program. So this program is to find the bigger of three numbers. Okay, you have to find the bigger of three numbers. You have already done program to find the bigger of two numbers or to find the smaller of two numbers. So if you remember, that can be easily done using a simple if else statement. Okay, that can be easily done using a simple if else statement. Here This can also be done using a simple if else statement. You can either use ladder if else. So how would a ladder if else look like? First, let me show you that. Okay, so first let me show you the ladder if else. Just let me minimize it. So before coming to nested if else, let me show you the if else ladder. If else ladder is when you have multiple if else. Okay, it continues. Your if else statement continues. Wait. Okay. So if you remember, this was a simple program for if else to find the smaller of two numbers. Yes, in the last class we stopped here. Now we will try to find the bigger of three numbers. Okay, which number is bigger among the three? First, we will go through if else ladder. So, how does a if else ladder look like? First, let us go through that. Then we will go through if else nested if else. I hope the screen is visible to all. First, I will take any three numbers A, B, and C. Okay, we will give user input. Okay, so whenever one thing you remember that the input that you will be giving, either it will be user input. For user input, what will you do? You will have to write scanfs. You have to give input using scanf statement, scanf function. Okay, and if suppose you don't want to give user input, say you want to have the same input throughout, then you can just give your inputs here. Say to A equal to 2, B equal to 6, and C equal to say 4. Okay, this is also how you can give your user inputs. Okay, sorry, not user inputs. Give you can initialize your variables at the time of declaration like this. Okay, but however this will remain the same whenever you will execute this program. A will always be 2, B will always be 6, C will always be 4 until and unless you edit it. But if you give user input, it will be flexible. Whichever user runs the program, he or she can have different inputs from the keyboard. Okay, that is why I prefer giving user inputs. However, okay, let us just stick to it. A equal to 2, B equal to 6, C equal to 4. Now, since I want to show you the if else ladder, okay, you know what a ladder is? Yes, you know what a ladder is. Goes on, it goes on continuing. So that is what if else ladder is. Okay, there will be multiple if else after if else. So let me show you that. First, we will start with if. Here also I'll make use of logical operators along with relational. First, I will try to find if A is bigger than all the other numbers. Okay, so the condition will go somewhat like this: if A greater than B. Okay, so this is one relational expression. Yes, and I told you that if you have multiple relational expressions in your program, then you have to join them using logical operators. Now I will make use of logical operators. If A greater than B, here I am checking for if A is greater than B and if A is greater than C. So it is obvious that if this value of A is greater than B and this value of A is greater than C also, it is obvious that A is the biggest number. Okay, so that is the logic I will apply here. So if A greater than B and why am I not using or? There are three logical operators: and, or, and not. Not always returns the opposite, so we will not use not. Okay, what was the function of and? And means if both the condition are true. That means if A is greater than B, that is true, and if A is greater than C, that is also true. Only if both are true, then the result will be true. Yes or no? So that is why we are using and operator. If we use or means what? Either. That means if A is greater than B is true, or A is greater than C, that means one condition might not be true also. So in that case, A cannot be true. Logically, that is not possible, because A, if I want A to be the biggest number, then A should be bigger than B also, and it should be bigger than C also. It cannot be bigger than either of these two. है ना? Chalo, A is greater than B, fine, but A is smaller than C. Then A cannot be the bigger number, so you cannot have or here. Or is for either this is true or this is true. So that cannot be the logic here, because you are trying to find the biggest number. So for that, A has to be bigger than both the other numbers. So you are using AND. Okay. So A greater than B and A greater than C. Okay. Close the. So you will have outer bracket also here, just like this. Okay. Now, if this, then what will you print? Just got disconnected. Okay. Um, okay, we were in here. So here in this first here in this first part, we will check whether A is greater than both B and C. If it is found that okay, both are true, okay, if this is also true and this is also true, then true and true gives us true. Okay, remember the chart. True and true gives us true. So if the entire statement is true, only then you can get inside and you can print A is bigger. If either of this is found to be false, that means if A greater than B is found to be false, or A greater than C is found to be false, or if both are found to be false, we know that in case of logical AND, if one input is false, the entire output will be false, because we're using AND here. Okay, so if either of this is false, say the result of this is false or the result of this is false, or both are false, then the entire condition will be false. Okay, so in that case you cannot get inside this part. Then we have another if else. So here you see else, in after else you have to write again if. Okay, else if, we will write almost the same thing here. Now we will check for B. Since we have obtained A not to be not bigger, so now we will go for the next condition, which is B greater than both A and C? Okay, so is B greater than A and B greater than C? Okay, so here if this is both are found to be true, then the result will be true and it will simply print B is bigger. Suppose this is also not found to be true. Okay, here A was also not found to be true. A is not bigger. B is also not bigger than A and C. Then the last option you have is what? C. Sorry, yeah, C. That means C. If A is not bigger, B is not bigger, and it is obviously C. So here we will simply write else. You don't have to give any condition here. Okay, because it's understood that there are three numbers. If A is not the bigger, B is not the bigger, it obviously has to be C. Okay, so in that case here we will not give in the last else part. Remember, we will not give any if condition. We will not give any condition because there's no need for it. Okay, there's no need for it. It will automatically be understood that if A is not the bigger number, B is not the bigger number, it has to be the C. Okay, so here we will simply place printf C is bigger. So this is how. Okay. Now we check for the result. Remember the values. A is 2, B is 6 and C is 4. According to the values that I have given already, B should be the biggest number. First I have checked for errors. I don't have any errors. Okay, we check for errors by compiling. Okay, there are no errors, so now we can easily run the program. See, can you see the output? B is bigger because B was 6, A was 2 and C was 4. Okay, now suppose you take A to be, suppose you take A to be 8. Fine, now let us check. See, A is bigger, so accordingly whatever values you give, okay, accordingly the algorithm will work. Have you understood this program? Here we have already solved all this. We have already solved relational operations. We have already solved logical operations. That is what we have used here. Okay, so here although we have multiple relational operations which are joined by logical operator and ultimately this is one condition. The entire condition has to be true. If this entire condition is true, then you can get inside the block. If the entire condition is found to be false, then you come to the next if condition. So this is the if else ladder. That means if else. If you have another condition, then again you will have if, then else. So it will continue. Okay, suppose you have 5 numbers. Fine, you have 5 numbers A, B, C, D, E. So for that, your ladder will be bigger. This is for comparing the values for A. This is for comparing values for B. The next will be what? Comparing values for C. So in that case, what will happen is, my mouse has stopped working anyways. If, suppose I have 5 values, okay, A, B, C, D. Let me just show it to you. D, let D be 1 and E. Say E be 5. Okay, so these are my 5 various numbers. Now I am to check. So what I will do is, my if else ladder will go on increasing. Okay, it will be longer than this because I have to check for all the values. I have checked for A, I have checked for B. Now I will check for C. Okay, so this will also not be enough because here I am checking the value of A against B and C only. What about D and E? So that condition will also be lengthier. So here again you have to join more relational operations like this: A greater than D and A greater than E. Okay, so you have to check the value of A against B, C, D and E. Only if all are found to be true, the entire condition will be found to be true and therefore A will be the bigger. Now the same thing has to be done in here also. Okay, for C, better you use Dev C++ or you use code blocks. Okay, instead of Turbo C, if you are having any difficulty, because Turbo C lags a lot, there's a lot of problem with this. So you better use Dev C++ for C, or you can use code blocks also, or you can use online editors also. There are available free online editors that you can get for C programming. but make sure you start using it. B greater than A, B greater than C. Now we will compare for is B greater than D, and again is B greater than E. So we have to check for all. Okay. Now the same thing needs to be done for C also. I hope you are understanding what I am doing. C, I will check the value of C against A, B, D, and E because it has to be great. It has to be the biggest number. So I will check this value against all the other values. Are you understanding? Everyone, please respond.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Why do the girls respond only? What about the boys?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And see, one more thing I would like to tell you is please go for group study. If you have found someone who did not understand, there are many students who are having this for the first time. So if those students are finding any difficulty, okay, and if they approach you, make sure you help them out. You can conduct online meetings also. You can talk over phone also. Whatever, however possible, make sure you help one another. For me, it is not possible because your strength is increasing. The number of students in your batch is increasing every day. It has reached to 51 now. It is not possible for me to carry on this way. Anyways, C, for C also I have given the condition. So if E, all of these are found to be true, then C will be the bigger. Okay. Then again, else. Now we will check for D. Okay, now we will check for D. The same thing that has to be done for D also. Now, if D greater than A and D greater than B and D greater than C and D greater than E. Okay, then as you can see, my ladder is increasing. It is getting longer. Printf D is bigger. Now, lastly, we have only E. So it is obvious that if A is not the bigger number, B is not the bigger, C is not the bigger, D is not the bigger, then E has to be the bigger. So for that, we don't need to write conditions. We will simply write else. Else, printf, E is bigger. Okay, so this is how your if else ladder looks like. Then just end it. Okay. Okay, so now if you remember the values, wait, let me just check the values. See, A is 8, B is 6, C is 4, D is 1, E is 5. So A has to be the biggest. Okay, let's just first check for the bigger value of A. Declaration terminated incorrectly. Uh-oh. Oh, I already have it. I already have these statements. See, A is the bigger value. Obviously, it has to be the bigger. Okay, now suppose I am changing the values. Say, let us take C to be 12. Okay, and check for the result. See, C is bigger. Okay, so accordingly, here I am not giving user inputs. I am simply initializing it at the time of declaration. If you want to give user inputs, then your program will be a bit longer. Okay, you have to give or enter the values for A, B, C, D, E. Okay, and just two statements will do. Okay, you can write it this way also. Let me just show you. So let me just give one user input for this program. printf enter values of a, b, c, d, e. Scanf person d, person 2d. I'm just taking this for person d, person d, person d, person d, and person a, and person b, and person c, and person d, and person e. Hey, একটু কারণে মানে বড় দিকটা রে। Statement missing was I can't even view it now.
Plus against black with a fourth color.
From next week onwards, I might take extra classes with you all. Okay, and see whenever you are free. I also have to be free. So this is how you take user inputs. Okay, I have combined the values into statements only. That means you are asked to enter the values of A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, now you enter 4. Say A is 4. Say B is 2. C is 8. D is say 1, and E is 9. E is the bigger. Okay, as you can see, 4, 2, 8, 1, and 9. Out of this, 9 is the biggest, so E is the bigger. Okay, so likewise, you can leave the last 9. That's a small error that's happening. That's a runtime error that I'll have to check why it's happening. But anyways, just look at the first 5 numbers. I have entered 4, 5, 7, 2, 1. Okay. So what is the biggest? 7, and 7 is for C. That is why C is bigger. So likewise, this is how you write programs using if-else ladder. Is if-else ladder clear? It will go on continuing. If-else ladder means this is just like if-else statement. Normal if-else, but it will go on continuing based on the number of conditions that you will have. Okay. Next we have if-else, nested if-else. Okay. So here I will show it to you. Okay. See, this is the program. Okay. Here we have 3 numbers A, B, C. We have 3 numbers A, B, C. Okay. Then first, just look at the conditions here. I will try to solve it likewise. What do we have? The first condition is if A greater than B. Suppose I have taken A to be, just look at the doc file here. Suppose A is taken to be 5, B is taken to be 3, and C is taken to be 8. Okay, suppose these are my values. Suppose these are my values. Okay, now look at the conditions. First condition is if A is greater than B. So this is an example of nested if else, because you have an if else part inside this if, you have another if else part inside else. Okay. So just like in the previous example, using if else ladder, we have seen how we can compare between 3 values A, B, C, or between 5 values A, B, C, D, E. The same thing can be done using nested if also. Okay. So here we will see one by one. See, first condition is if A greater than B. So if A greater than B, it means if A, what is the value of A? 5. If 5 greater than B, what is B? 3. Okay, I'm directly placing the value so that you understand. If 5 greater than 3. So is this condition true? Yes, this is true. So only if this condition is true, you can get inside. Okay, and once you get inside, it clearly means that this else part will be what? This part will be omitted now. Like this part you can be ignored now, because you have only two choice. Either the if part will be satisfied or the else part will be satisfied, right? So here, since our if condition was satisfied, therefore the else part will be, now we don't have to check for the else part. So this can be easily ignored. Okay, this will not be executed now. So you have only this part. See, if 5 greater than 3, yes, true. You came inside. Inside, what do we have? If A greater than C. If A, what is A? If 5